Hey guys, this is David from www.vortal.me, and on this tutorial I'm basically just going to teach you how to create a simple navigation bar with a nice little hover. So let's get to it. Alright, so far this is something I was working on just to and sake for a tutorial, and I thought, well, let's just show you how a navigation bar looks like. So let's preview it on Firefox, and we're just going to teach you how to make the navigation bar for right now. So our navigation bar is this, what's on the black, and you see it's a simple hover. It shows our tabs or our links, and it hovers when we put our mouse over it. So that's pretty nice. So let's teach you how to make that. So let's create a new file, and it's an HTML file. Let's save it, and let me delete those. Delete. Yes. And delete. Let's make this one. I'll try to make it quick for you guys. Okay, let's call it navigation. We could call it anything, really. This is just so I can keep track of it. So let's save it. Alright, so let's get to it. So our navigation bar is pretty simple. Um, for one, we want to create a div. Making websites is basically making blocks. Websites are built with blocks. That, of course, that have your CSS and any photo files that make it look nice. But that's what it is. That's the basic concept of making a website, which is blocks. So let's create our first block for our navigation bar. So let's call it div, and let's give it an ID so we could keep track of it and be able to link our CSS to it. And let's call it navigation. I hope I didn't misspell it. And let's close our div. And to keep track of our closed divs, let's put an and tag to it. So and or exclamation mark slash slash pound and navigation. Trust me, that comes in handy when you're building a website with lots of divs. You want to keep track of which ones you're closing and which ones are wrapping. It gets crazy. It gets crazy. Alright, so let's start making our links. So let me give you a split view. So this is what we have so far. Like I said, divs are blocks. This is a block right here. See how it highlights? So let's start putting our information within that block. So we got, let's call it home for right now. Let's refresh that and see how it comes up right there. And we're gonna make it into a link right now. There's a couple ways you could do it right here on Dreamweaver. I'm using Dreamweaver CS4. Well, Dreamweaver 4. You could either just highlight it and go to link, and there you go. Automatically creates a link. Just put the little pound sign and click back onto the screen, or just to teach you how to write one. It's the same thing. The anchor tag, and equals our link, wherever this link is gonna go to. Since we don't have a link, we just put pound sign right now, and let's call this one about. And anything you want to call your link would go in between the anchor tags. All right. So let's just copy and paste this one over again. I'm gonna make 4 links, 4 tabs. Okay. Service and contact. Okay. Let's refresh that. Awesome. So now it's time to start on our CSS. So you could do it this way. So click on your tag, your div tag, which you want to add the style sheet to. And you go create new CSS rule, and of course it's got to be on my navigation div. See, the selector name will apply your rule to all HTML elements within the ID of navigation. Okay, so let's go. Okay, sorry. And let's see, we want, I think I would want this navigation bar to be at least 900 pixels with a width and a height of 40 pixels. That's pretty big navigation. And let's apply these settings. Okay, as you see, they changed on our screen, so that's okay. And now we want to style it. So let's go to click on any of these links, on any of them, and do the same thing. So go to new CSS rule, and you're gonna see you get this A right here. So these new CSS rules that we're applying are gonna apply for all the elements within the navigation div with the anchor tag. So as you can see, A, which resembles anchor tag. So go OK. And what we want on this one, for one, see we got this underline. We don't want the underline, so no text decoration. Okay. And since our navigation bar, we put a height of what did we put? A 40. We want our text. Let's say we want our text aligned on the center. Well, let's put a line height of 40 as well. You apply it. See how one, you remove the underline, and two, we centered our text. And now another thing. Usually when we look at navigations, we look at blocks of navigation, the tabs. So let's go change that. That should be on our block category right here. We want the display to come out as blocks. So we go to block, you apply. Now you see that we got blocks going down instead of aligning to the right, or aligning towards centering inside the navigation bar itself. So we could fix that by, let's see, floating the box to the left. So you go box, float, left, apply. Okay, you see how our tabs are, you have their nice little blocks as if they were on their own little divs, but they're not. So now what we want to do is actually adjust a certain width for each block. So our navigation bar, we made it 900 pixels long with a width of 900 pixels. So that, let's say we want to use up all that space with our blocks, we can make it 225 each. So this applies for each block. As you can see, fills up, and you can make it 100. And it gives it a nice little space. Okay. And let's go down the list for a little bit. Okay, we could adjust our font style, font size, the weight, the color. Let's make it black. Apply. I could change normal, the size. Let's make it 24. Some pretty big blocks. This, you could change the background color. So let's say we want a background color. Let's say we want something crazy. Let's give it a green. Apply. And this applies to the navigation itself. Then we could align our text to the center on block. And this is what we already have before. You know what? get the background color because that kind of looks ugly if I just. Okay. Let me apply it to our other CSS, which is right here. Just copy and paste. So that way it kind of looks even. There you go. So let's preview this so far. Let's save the changes. Yes. Where's my? Didn't come up. Oh, I accidentally opened it on Chrome. Oh, there you go. See, you can see their links. The link, their links, but we don't have no hover. So let's add that, which is the most fun part. Okay, let's close this one. Sorry about that. Okay, let's add a hover. So let's go back to code. And the same idea, again, go to click on it, go to create new CSS rule. So, you see how we have the navigation and A again? So just put and hover. Oops, hover. Hover. And that's the universal term for a hover. So go OK. And let's give the hover a background of, make it a blue. Doesn't matter, you could apply any color or background image to a hover, or like I said, or a background. So okay, and let's go preview it on Firefox, save our changes, yes, and there you go. That's how you create a simple hover menu. And for any more information, you could contact me through our website. Once again, it's www.vortal.me. And stay tuned. We'll be having more of these screencasts and overall building a entire website with you guys. So thank you very much.